Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
I'm tired. I'm so
and
tired.
this is the best show.
Guys, I'm so tired. I'm just like... When did everything become so difficult?
You
know what I mean? Just like...
2 years ago.
2 years ago? Was that it? Just 2 years ago?
2 years ago, everything became difficult.
Why was it 2 years ago?
Because I feel like everyone kind of knew like a storm was a coming.
Yeah.
And as we do it here in Florida, you know, we like our hunker down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we like to prepare ourselves, but we only like to prepare at the last minute.
Sure.
You know, what's going on over there? What do you?
Everything's going on. I don't just like we used to be able to do this. It was a very simple process. It worked.
It was very simple.
It was a very simple process. Everything is more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't like old man, millennial, oh, I can't figure out the new technology. No, like we created technology, okay? We created the advancements. I mean, not us, but like we were on the cusp.
I was going to say, I didn't do anything.
I mean, I didn't do shit, but like we were on the cusp of everything. Okay.
Well, you see, all this shit was a lot easier to keep up with, too. You know? Like, because like a new advancement would happen like every 3 years.
Right.
Or some shit. You know, like 1 year to the next, it wasn't like
shit, but
a
like
huge
we were
improvement. What the hell was that?
Oh, I pulled the stream up on my end just to kind of...
Oh, Jesus
because you're not coming through a single audio source. You're coming through a global audio source. So anytime I play something on my computer, it's going to play through this because you can't. I just want to hit a button. That's all I want to do. I want to hit a button.
Sounding this week, folks, in the chat. Like I know last week, you know, we were a little quiet, little off. Let us know how the sound is this week. We're trying.
You know?
Oh
fuck, man! God damn it.
Homie needs a nap.
Dude, I slept. Okay, we got some stuff we're gonna talk about today. We're not gonna bury the lead. I mean, we're gonna get there eventually. But your boy was working at South by Southwest this past few days.
You got yourself a gig.
Got myself a gig. Got myself a paying job. Very happy. Very grateful for that. But the South by experience that I viewed.
Blakely K says we sound good, by the way.
Thank you so much, Blakely. The South by experience that I viewed was something. I don't want to say weird, but it was weird.
Well, you're in Austin,
but it wasn't that kind of weird. But like it wasn't.
Austin weird,
huh?
It wasn't Austin weird.
It wasn't Austin weird, which that in itself, I think, is like just too much of Austin has become a marketing campaign.
Oh, 100%.
And South by Southwest is very much that. South by Southwest is not an event for the city of Austin. I don't mean like it doesn't belong there because, it belongs there. But the event itself, the festival itself is not for Austin. It is very self-indulgent, I guess would be the way to put it.
Okay. Kind of like those really low-rated award shows.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck it. But no, it was just like we used to be able to just hit a button and then we would go live and everything would be running smoothly. We would do it off of a phone. We would do it off of a laptop and a single webcam. And we talked a lot about this last week too, because we kind of shifted gears on what we're doing for the streaming setup.
We're not paying the man no more.
We're not paying the man no more, okay? Because damn it, if you want to go live on the internet, you should be able to do so at a very low price of free.
Yes.
Okay?
I agree.
You should be able to do it for free without any issues. But they try to put up all the blockades and all the quality things, and it's just like, no, I just hit a button. Hit a button. And so that's why we're like 15 minutes late, because I was trying to figure out where the stream I set up was because when I initially hit start streaming, it was not going to where I set up. It was going to someplace else, and I don't know why it was doing that. Eventually, I figured it out because I'm a smart person with a master's degree, but the interface should be simple enough to where it gives you like some checks and balances, okay? Where it says,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you're going live. This is this.
Few branches.
Does all this look good? Yes. If it doesn't, okay, I want to fix that. I want to fix that. I want to change that. I want to change that. It didn't give me any of that. It didn't give you, the viewer, any of that. So when you're like,
didn't give you any choices.
no, I was not given any options. I had to go make my own. So if anything goes wrong with this stream tonight, it's not our fault. Is basically what I'm trying to say.
And this was also a way of saying, in a very, very roundabout way, Kevin's back in charge of the stream. So
you got that going for you now.
If you've been watching, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
But yeah, man, like it's. I like to think that I'm still in touch.
Oh, okay.
But no, really. I like to think that I'm still in touch because I do pay attention to things mostly, sometimes. But it's like, again, we grew up in a time with such advancement and evolution and progression with technology that we were always learning the next thing.
We had the Sega Channel, motherfucker.
We had the Sega Channel. We had the Sega Game Gear TV.
Fuck.
You know? We had that alone. Okay. But going through all of this, it's like, yeah, we are adaptable. We know how to pivot.
Sure.
We know how to change things up on the fly. We can look at a thing and go, okay, instructions would be helpful, but I can probably figure it out.
We're the IKEA generation.
Yeah, because IKEA doesn't even like it. IKEA just gives you pictures of a guy like holding two boards, and it's like X,
and then the finished product,
Yeah. It took me 45 minutes to buy a game on the Nintendo Switch last night. Because, like, first I tried doing it on my phone. Because you can do that. You can buy a game. This is how advanced we are, folks. You can buy a game for your Nintendo Switch on the phone, and it'll immediately download it to your Switch. Immediately.
Yeah, it seems like there's a middleman there, though. Like, I feel like I'm paying a guy I shouldn't be.
Well, you're paying the internet. That's what you're paying. Because that's
Can
how
you
it all.
turn the internet off?
Can you turn the internet off? I mean,
see, me and the wife got into this debate, like with the keys of the internet. You ever hear about the keys of the internet?
Yeah, we had this exact conversation last week.
See, what is time?
Time doesn't exist.
Time doesn't exist.
No.
Anyway, continue.
So, yeah, and it was just like, yeah, I've done this before. It's very simple. And, it was a sale going on.
Oh, okay.
That ended at midnight. No, it was just a discount. So I was like, I'm going to get this game because I've had my eye on it and it's under $10.
Sure.
So I'm going to buy it. Go on my phone, log in, go to buy it. And it's like, you must log in. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I just did that.
You did that, yeah.
And that's how I got here. So, okay, I log in. It brings me to a different website. That is not where I just was. So I was like, okay.
Right.
I'm going to go back. Because maybe I clicked something wrong. It says, okay, go to my wish list. Go to the game. Go to buy. Has me log in again. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure we've done this 3 times now. And it kept having me do that. And I didn't understand why. And then, because there was some other stuff I was looking to buy too, I'm like, well, let me make a cart. Let me take all of the things that I would like to buy and would like to give Nintendo money for, and let me put them all in a cart so I can see what the grand total would be and how much I would be paying. And no option to add to cart was provided.
Christy said, I told him he should do it on the Switch instead of the website.
But here's the thing. Nintendo gives you the option, okay? It gives you the option. The option is there. The option was in my hand.
That's right.
Right then and there. And the Switch was upstairs, and I didn't want to walk.
Why should I change my name? He's the one that sucks.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I just wanted to see the grand total because I wanted to buy the game, and there was some DLC that was also discounted. And I was like, I just want to see how much it's all going to be, and I don't want to have to pull out my calculator and start doing the math and then add in the taxes.
Sales tax.
It's like I just want to be able to see an itemized list of here's all the things you're going to buy. Here's the price it's going to be. Purchase. It would not give me that. I'm like, you have a cart feature on your web. Never mind. I'm going to go get my Switch. Walk my ass upstairs, come back down.
Yep.
And it's like the same thing.
Oh, no.
I'm just trying to get information about the game, about the DLC, just so that I can have a better understanding. And I'm like, it's not really giving me all the information I need. So I pull up my phone and I do a quick Google search, and I'm like, what is the deluxe edition for this? And so the game in question was Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate.
Okay.
It's like a roguelite game for turtles stuff. I was just like, it was $8. So I was like, yeah, sure. People said it was fun. So I was like, oh, well, shit, there's a deluxe edition available, which deluxe edition for video games, what does that typically mean?
More content.
More content, or sometimes all of the extra content that they eventually release.
There's usually like a deluxe, an ultra, a gold, a fuck your mom.
Yeah.
You know,
well, not that. No.
All different levels.
So I was like, okay, so what's the deluxe edition? The description for the deluxe edition was the base game, one DLC, the Casey Jones DLC that was already available, and one future paid DLC released at a later date. Like that was the description, and I'm like,
Wait,
you're selling me, you're selling me the idea of content. You're not selling me content this way. You're selling me the idea of content.
To be fair, WWE did the same shit.
But here's the thing, though.
You can buy all the DLCs, which we have not announced who the fuck is in them.
True.
Yet.
True. But here's the thing. The WWE has a built-in track record for this. Realistically, I should say 2K has a track record for this, where you can buy like a season pass and you get all of the downloadable content that comes out within that period, and they announce it regularly. They tell you a lot of times who's going to be available, but not necessarily in which pack. So there's a little bit more transparency there. All this said was a future paid DLC released at a later date. Like, what does that even mean? Because what if there is none? What if it doesn't come out?
Yeah, what if they go under?
What if they go under? So
Christy says, I mean, I have bought things on the website before with no issue, and when I want to download it so I can play by the time I get home.
And that's, okay, fine, fair. But I was having a struggle. And then she explained to me the concept of key cards for the Switch, which is like you can buy a physical thing, like a physical, SD card or whatever.
Cartridge. Right.
Which usually that would mean you have the game right there. You put the game in.
Yeah, it's on the thing.
Yeah. But it's not. It's a key card that you put into your system, and then it downloads the game from the internet. And then it gives you the right to play the game. But you don't actually have the game. And you can't play the game or you can't download the game unless you have the internet. So if you're in the middle of nowhere
Right.
And you come across a Best Buy and you're like, I'm going to buy this. And then you hit the road, can't download the game because you don't have access to the internet. And I'm like, we used to be able to just go to the store, buy a copy of the game, put it in the system, and it worked. It's simple. Why? Why do we have to make things more difficult? Why do we have to add so many layers? I just want to hit a button and go live. I just want to take a game and buy it and see how much it costs with all the edited stuff and just put it in the thing and then play it.
We've gotten to the point where, see, technology is great when you use it to simplify a task, right?
Sure.
But when you use technology to simplify tasks to a certain degree, and then they just keep simplifying and simplifying and simplifying, they actually become more difficult.
Yes.
It's kind of like, sometimes when you win, you actually lose. And sometimes when you lose, you actually win. And then sometimes you tie.
And then nobody wins.
Correct.
But nobody loses, too.
Right.
So it's a stalemate.
And that's where we are.
So I worked South by Southwest these past few days.
South by Southwest. Start fresh so we can get a clean clip on this.
I'm no longer angry.
Oh.
Refresh. I'll be angry in a little bit.
All right.
So yeah, I Christy and I started a business a little while back, and we've been making business. We've been moving forward with business, and we had a really good opportunity these past few days. And I got to be on site and work the event, work an activation, and just kind of like hang back and just kind of like people watch, experience the whole thing, and just kind of like take my time to absorb my surroundings, the things that were going on. And while doing so, I also paid attention to like what was being said on social media and what was being said in the news, because it's South by Southwest. It's a big thing. It's a big event.
Now, hold on. Before we go too much further, for those that don't know, please explain what a South by Southwest is.
I don't know anymore.
Well, what is it supposed to be?
I don't know.
Oh.
And therein lies the precipice of just like everything.
Oh,
okay. Okay, so like South by Southwest started, it was what, I think this was like the 40th year.
Oh.
It's a very small Austin-based festival for music, for art, for film. It has since grown and advanced into sort of a, big branding opportunity. They still do like a lot of stuff for movies and music and art. There's a lot more technology on display. There's more brand activations. There's, bigger keynote speeches, and they bring in all these celebrities and all these influencers and all these other people to talk about like various topics and stuff. However, like at least from what my understanding was very early on, like, 10, 20 years ago to where it is now it seems like it's a lot more focused on a corporate element as opposed to sort of a bringing together a community.
Okay.
Because a lot of the big draws are, you get these like top level executives talking about business. You get a lot of these like networking events. You get a lot of these, the brand premieres and brand displays. And, You know, which isn't a bad thing at all. Like I'm not trying to like talk down on that or anything like that, because with the popularity of South by Southwest, like obviously it was going to shift gears and explore other areas of, you know, industry and tech and what's up?
It said experimental.
Experimental, yeah, yeah, and I do think it's great. The one thing that I would say that I saw a lot of though was a lot of self-indulgence. Specifically as it relates to the corporate element of it all.
Okay.
Mainly with relation to, you know, a lot of conversations around artificial intelligence. Like AI was a huge talking point this year. And that really bothers me. Because a lot of what I heard was there was never a discussion about like a counterpoint to artificial intelligence or a counterpoint to, hey, you know, AI is great for these things, but also we need to be mindful of X, Y, and Z as it relates to AI.
Right.
And we've talked a lot about AI on this show, and I am not a fan of where AI is going. I'm not a fan of AI in general. However, I do see, you know, the benefits of using AI in very specific settings as very specific tools.
Right.
AI should
It is a tool.
It is a tool. But it is a tool that should never replace somebody's job.
Right.
It's a tool that should never take away somebody's ability to use their skill set. And it should never be used in a way that would give priority to somebody who knows how to use it over somebody who knows how to physically do that job or know how to do that workflow or know how to do that process. There are ways that you can use it to improve and maybe speed up, but it should never be a situation where, you know, fella guy over here knows how to do the coding, knows how to do the process, knows how to build the thing. But because person over here knows how to do all of that by submitting a prompt,
right,
that person shouldn't have a leg up on this person over here who knows how to do all the stuff. And that is an exact scenario that I heard a guy talk about during the event. I forget his exact quote, but what he was talking about was, you know, the idea of entry-level jobs and how Gen Z and Gen Alpha, like, they're not going for entry-level jobs. They all want to be entrepreneurs. They all want to be, you know, at higher levels.
Writer, director.
Which, yeah, no shit, we all do, number one.
Yeah.
You know, but
haven't you seen Fight Club?
But like, in order to get there, you still need the experience.
Right.
You still need to be able to get in at the ground level. Which again, it goes back to that age-old cliche for millennials of, in order to get the job, you need the experience. But in order to get the experience, you have to have the experience.
Right.
And it's just like, well, how do I get the point B if I'm not even allowed to get the point A? Hence the need for like entry level positions, lower level positions, so that people can get into a company and hopefully grow. In the way, and what this guy was essentially talking about was like how, you know, people aren't going for entry level jobs anymore, which is absolute bullshit. Like I find that very hard to believe.
Right.
Oh wait. Chrissy says, when boomers were approaching their 40s, they were reaching middle management.
That's not happening, folks.
But yeah, he was essentially saying, like, you know, these younger generations, they're not going after entry level jobs, which Could be the case, but
Right.
you're not going to be able to get to those higher level jobs if you don't have the experience. You can't get the experience if you don't have those entry level opportunities. What he then said, and this really pissed me off, was the need to focus and build teams who can use AI. Not so that AI can replace their job,
Right.
but because AI is the next step in workflow and process. And I'm like, that is dumb. And the example he kind of gave was exactly the one that I just shared. He said, he was talking with somebody in an interview, and they said, they talked about their experience with coding and how they've built all of these things and how they know how to do all of these things and they have all of these skills. And he goes, but can you do all of that with an AI agent? And the person said no. And he winced because he would much rather hire somebody for that job who can run a prompt through AI and build all of that, as opposed to somebody who can do that physically and by hand and through the skills and the experience that they know. And the argument is, well, it's a time saver. And it's like, but is it?
Well, it is until shit goes wrong.
It is until...
And then once shit goes wrong and you have to actually go into the code and try to fix it,
right,
then you're fucked, build USA.
Exactly. And the other thing is, it's like, okay, so you're talking about how AI isn't going to be replacing people, and it isn't going to be taking jobs, and it's going to allow younger generations to change how they approach tasks and change how they approach skill building. So we're going to we're going to encourage these young professionals and these young entrepreneurs to learn how to use AI agents as tools and as a way to improve their jobs. And so basically the mindset you're now going in with is, hey, we want you, the next generation, to learn and understand how to use AI so that eventually you can be phased out. Because if you have those skills and can physically do the job, you are not valuable anymore because we can have AI do it. And if you're the younger generation learning how to do this through AI, then you're going to have no value to us in the future because, well, you just told us how to do your job with AI. So it's like the writing is on the wall. It's,
right.
They talk about, who's saying the quiet part out loud. The quiet part is that. The quiet part is being said out loud all of the time. Like, it is just the way that these executives and the way that these so-called leaders are talking about this stuff. They want to phase out the workforce. They want to reduce costs. They want to cut employees. They want employees to learn how to use a tool that can eventually take their job. So there's no benefit for an employee or somebody looking to build a career to better understand how to use artificial intelligence as a way to speed up their process or as a way to complete a job, because eventually that person, that individual, is likely to be phased out. And then it's like, well, I spent all these years learning how to use AI. I never actually built the skill set to learn how to do that thing. Now AI has taken my job. Now what?
Yeah, I was talking to my coworker, my man Squishy Duck, and we were talking about.
Wait, you can't.
What?
You're just gonna throw Squishy Duck out there?
Yeah, it's my man Squishy Duck.
Okay, all right, we'll go with that.
Homie's got, I don't know, size. I mean, you would know because you're in the plush game. But 12-inch, is that big?
Hey, brother, this is a family show.
Well, I mean, brother. But he's got a 12-inch Squishy Duck.
Okay, it keeps getting worse the more you talk about it.
I mean, you asked the question.
Well,
I was gonna just keep going.
okay, just keep going. So tell us about Squishy Ducks thing.
Yeah, so I was talking to my man Squishy Duck, and we were talking about AI, and we were bitching about how like we actually had to learn the goddamn skills to do what we do, and now like you run it through AI,
Yeah.
and it's like sometimes it gets it right.
Sometimes it gets it right.
Yeah. And when it gets it right, man, like, boy, that was convenient
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
But like now it's like all this fucking like shit that'll make a video for you and stuff. And it's like, are you getting story? Are you getting like real narrative, or are you
Right.
getting like smiley weird faces where the eyes aren't right?
Right. Right.
Like what's happening here?
It is very inauthentic. It's not organic at all. It is soulless. And you're often going to see like these so-called thought leaders within the AI industry talk about the need for the human touch. And we're going to have AI do all of these things, but we're still going to need the human touch element to really improve it. And it's like, okay. So you're still saying that you're going to have people teach AI how to include that human touch so that you can still eventually phase them all out. Like there's no quality there. There's no growth there. There's no betterment of the workforce or networking or careers. It is just creating an industry of up and coming professionals to basically teach technology to do their job. And
I've got something. I think we need to stop listening to these businessmen. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's not working out right now. If anyone's looked outside,
no, yeah,
shit ain't working.
Well, and the other thing too is when I hear a lot of these talking points and a lot of these people talking about like this kind of stuff in this way, the thing that always bothers me as well is like there's never a second voice. There's never a counterpoint. It is, and this is why I say like it's, South by Southwest has become very just like self-fulfilling, self-congratulatory. Everybody's patting themselves on the back because it is it's singular. It's never about the wider population. It's never about the wider community or even the smaller community. It's always about, here I am, here's my thing, here's how it's going to help based on my understanding and my ideas. It's like, but where is the other side of that?
Right.
And a lot of, and also the thing too is because like I heard a lot of people talking multiple times throughout, the few days I was there, and talking a lot about the same topics, but also contradicting themselves a lot. Because it was a lot of like, these industries are going out, these industries are going under, these industries, with this technology is making people rethink how they interact with that. But then it's also like, well, people like these industries and people really enjoy these industries and people really want to be able to have that tangible experience. And it's like, well, wait a minute. You just said yesterday,
you said they're dying.
X, Y, and Z.
Right.
There was this whole talk about how, again, you need the human touch. You need the human element. The guy who was saying all the stuff I was talking about before, apparently he has like one of the biggest podcasts globally. And what I overheard him talking about was he ran his podcast through AI. And he said, it was something to the effect of like, create me a 10 to 15 minute episode based on these topics, go through the last 5 to 10 episodes of the show and kind of like put that all together. And he's like,
Right.
and then within minutes, it made an episode of my show with my voice. And it's
Right.
like, so, okay, great. So you just explained to the audience that you have no value, that you have no
Well,
worth.
your value is already there. It's like fucking AI could take the library of this show and create new shows based on what we've already talked about for the end of time.
And that's already what it's doing, because like there's a lot of content on YouTube that's doing that. There's a lot of content there. Sure. I mean, like there's art. It's even happening with a lot of the websites that I would go to just to get like quick news, quick information, where I'm reading these articles and I'm reading these posts and I'm like, why is it just reiterating like the same three things over and over again? Oh, because whoever wrote the article put in the prompt and said, find articles on this and create an article for this topic.
Right.
And that's what it's doing.
Yep.
And so you're getting a lot of topic regurgitation. The other thing this guy was talking about was the quickness of AI and how it can, you know, return information to the person searching. Because, so, anyway, the example he gave was, you know, the Google search algorithm moves at a much slower pace than something like ChatGPT, right?
Okay.
Because when you update a website, it's going to take a little bit for Google to process it, and then it's going to take a little bit for Google to rank that website for certain keywords, for certain search queries.
Run it and the whole goddamn fucking
where if you type that into ChatGPT, it can give you that almost instantly. And if there's something inaccurate on the website that ChatGPT reiterates, well, you can go into the website, edit it, and then within an hour, ChatGPT already has that corrected. And it's like, and that's how wonderful ChatGPT is, folks. That's how wonderful an AI agent is, folks. You can say, I want to know more about this thing, but this website has something inaccurate. The website owner can fix that to make it accurate, and then ChatGPT will spit out the correct results. And it's like, cool. So that's going to be used for, you know, information manipulation and pushing out false information and you know, no one's going to use that for nefarious means. No.
I've lost all hope in all information. Because we've had real information.
We have.
And fuck all's been done about it.
Yeah.
And so there's fake out there. Like, what the thing is, like, motherfuckers, the truth is right there.
It really is. Like,
fucking everyone can see it. And then fuckers double down on the lying, on the truth that we can see. That's right there.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's not. And like, yeah, it's right fucking there. And like, no.
Nope. You're lying.
And it's
like, no, but like it's here. Like here, see it? You see this.
Here it is.
You see this?
Here's the evidence. It's right there.
Well, the liberals.
But I'm exhausted. This is the moment in time. Wait, when did this start? Fucking 2020. When homie get in?
Originally?
No, 24, right?
20.
So 2024.
That was like 10 years ago.
What?
That was like 10 years ago.
2024?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am a completely different person.
I am too. Look at me.
Like, we had no idea what we were in for, dude. Like, it's.
Oh, I mean, I feel like I did.
Maybe, but
maybe
for
we
me,
had an idea.
I can't. Even a year ago, I can't imagine how tired I am now. Like, I'm so exhausted. I don't care. 2025. What year is it?
It's 2026.
Wait, what?
But you were talking about the election.
Wait, what's going on? I don't know what's happening anymore.
You were talking about.
I'm spiraling over because I was told what year it is. That's where we're at, okay?
Folks, it's
because
only
I
March.
I was made aware that we are now in 2026, and now I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck are we doing?
Well, okay. Okay, so going back to South by Southwest. So there was all of that.
Yes.
And I won't go too much into the other insane talking points that I heard. But one of the things, and I had pitched this to you, and I would love to figure out a way for us to actually be able to do this.
Okay.
Because I think it would be fantastic. They probably would not go for it, and it's something that we have absolutely no influence to do.
No, well, I mean, we got some influence. Like,
we do have some influence, and maybe there's a way we can get on the bus, but I would love to do a keynote event or have a keynote session where it's us talking about how nobody knows what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody talking at South by Southwest is essentially just making it up.
So what I think we need to do is, and you're absolutely right. Like, no one is going to give us that platform, right? So, like, true motherfucking millennials, we got to do it ourselves.
Got to do it ourselves.
So I think we need to brand appropriately, right? But I think, like, we need to put on our own adult con.
Well, maybe not call it that. Maybe not.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, we gotta brand it. We gotta brand it appropriately.
I mean, or inappropriately.
And all it is adults coming together to realize that no one knows what they're doing.
Phrasing in that is also important. So we'll work on that.
Like I said, we got to work on the branding.
Yeah.
But it's the like reveal the curtain or
hold back the curtain.
Hold back the curtain on adulthood, which is like fucking nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows what's going on. Everyone's making it up.
Yeah. Which apparently, and I actually found this out earlier. Apparently, a lot of local groups that are like smaller communities, smaller events in Austin that aren't directly associated with South by Southwest, they had a lot of their promotion and advertising pulled by South by Southwest for whatever reason. Whether it was through an attempt for South by Southwest to claim copyright on, because kind of like how like you can't have a Super Bowl party, so you have like a superb owl party or a big game party.
The big game.
The big game. Come watch the big game. So I think it was a lot of stuff like that they were having posts taken down. They were claiming copyright. They were claiming trademark. So like a lot of these smaller events and a lot of these smaller groups who don't have the ability to be associated with South by or, can't, or just simply are unable to, but they're like, hey, there's going to be a lot of people here. Like, let's promote and get people to these smaller stuff. Like, apparently, like, they were having a lot of social media posts, like, taken down for stuff like that. Actually, because I'm doing an event, not this Saturday, but next Saturday on the 28th, there's a music festival I'm going to be vendoring at, and they had their content taken down over the week, too. So it's like, again, South by Southwest is not so much for the people of Austin as it is just a bigger corporatized festival And
But Adult Con for the people of Austin.
we're gonna have to work on the title there. I will say we'll get it there.
What do you mean?
Yeah. But the other fun thing I do want to highlight with South by, and again, like I was not able to do the full experience.
Right.
Which is perfectly okay. Again, and I'm very appreciative of the stuff that I got to do. And it was great getting to meet the people that I was able to meet. People fucking love claw machines, man. I'm gonna tell you that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're over, dude.
Brother, it was I had a very good time, when I just got to like hang out and talk with people and kind of give them the rundown on things. But yeah, dude,
people.
And it's I feel like claw machines are the type of thing that people don't fully understand. And I'm always surprised by that.
What do you mean?
Because it's like, hey, do you want to come play a claw machine? And they're like, what's that?
Oh, like, stop. That can't be. That can't be.
Brother, the amount of times I heard that.
What was it one of those things where they saw it, they're like, oh, one of those, and they just never knew it by that name?
I think that may have had something to do with it, but I also think it is one of those things too where context and setting plays a lot into it.
Right. Like Adult Con.
And like Adult Con. And I think that people just aren't as they're a bit more surprised when they see one like this out in the wild. So it would be like, oh, do you want to play a claw machine? They'd be like, what's that? It's like, oh, well, it's this thing right here. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, what do I got to do? Do the thing. They get in line. They win a prize. They're like, oh my God, this was great. It's like, yeah, no, it is, Or they win a prize and they'd be like, oh, that was really shitty. And it's like, well, I'm sorry. Or they went.
You bait them in to play the machine.
Listen, I was off to the side. I was just kind of there for support.
Sure.
But what I saw was very much similar to what Christy and I saw when we were doing the video game convention last summer, where once there would be bigger crowds of people. Somebody would go up to play and they'd get like really close to winning or like, almost have something. And then like everybody around them would be cheering them on. And then if they lost, it'd be this big, but everybody's still like high-fiving and hugging. So it was like still really good, like, small, quick, rapid fire experience for people. I'd say most people, because there were some people who did not have a good time. And, I understand that.
Took it personally?
They took it a little bit too personally. But like there was never really anybody who I think was like, I don't think it ruined anybody's day.
The claw man got him down.
The claw man got him down. I will say though, there was one person who I had a few experiences, folks. And I won't go too much into detail, because this is not a reflection on anybody involved with the event or anybody involved with, the activation or anything like that. This is
just this one particular douchebag.
This is a South by Southwest experience.
Okay.
Not necessarily a work related experience, although I was doing a little thing, with like stickers and stuff. So somebody wasn't happy.
Most of America?
So somebody wasn't happy, but somebody also had been drinking a few.
Okay.
And had, and clearly it was a little loose, but it's South by Southwest. People are out there having a good time. The best in town situation. We can get into that in a little bit. Because there may have been another one, folks.
Oh wow.
There was a person who came in, and it was like really late in the evening. It was like it was really close to like the end of the night, And, part of what I was doing, again, was people watching. Just
Right.
kind of seeing what was going on, and kind of seeing who was playing and stuff and seeing who was interacting with things. And also, like, kind of just watching the general surroundings and, like, watching the floor and just kind of, like, again, absorbing the experience. And
Right.
this woman came over and she had been, feeling a little loose, it seemed.
Okay.
And she's like, "Can I have 2 tokens?" And I was like, "Well, if you want tokens, like, you can just go do this thing over there and then you'll get tokens and you can go play." She's like, "Well, I wanted to give one to my friend too." And I was like, "Yeah, just go do the thing. Like, it's free. It's free to play. You just got to do the one thing." She's like, "Okay." And then she comes over a little bit after that. She's just like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that like, while I don't give a shit about the prize, I have a friend who has a claw machine, and I know that when you lose or win a lot, there's a little thing on the back that you can click, and it makes the claw more difficult to pick things up and to win. And I just wanted to tell you that, but like I don't need the prize, okay?" I'm just like, "Okay." Mind you, I had just set this to, like, the easiest setting.
Of course.
And then guy comes over, and apparently, like, she had a problem with somebody else who was close by, and she said something about him to me, and I was just like, "Listen, my name is Paul."
It's between y'all.
And that's between y'all. Like, listen, I'm not driving the car, handling the bag, and talking on the phone at the same time. I'm the
bag man.
I'm just the guy here. I have one job, and my job is this. And so, and the guy comes over, and like, he and I are talking, and this woman comes barging back over, phone in hand, and starts shouting at us. And she's like, "Okay, you know what? This is fucking bullshit. My boyfriend works at the bar for..." And I don't know what bar she was trying to say.
Okay. Right.
Because she kind of, like, stopped mid-sentence and was like, and then just, like, as she's talking, she's very animated, and then she goes like this, and her booze comes flying out of the cup all over the table where I had just set up some stickers and tokens for people to have and play with. And then I just look at it, and I just go like, "Well, that happened." And then she's like still going on, and it's just like, "Yeah."
No.
And then she walks away.
Oh.
Like, just like, hard stop. And I'm like, okay. And I turn to the guy, looks at me, he goes, "Yeah, so, like, since everything's slowing down, we're actually going to, like, head out in a moment." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, man, that's great. Cool. We got everything from here. We're fine." And that also made me kind of recognize too the scavengers at South by Southwest. The people love free shit.
Of course.
And then there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're at a big conference, you're at a big festival, you're at a convention. Like, yeah, like if there's free stuff being handed out, get your free stuff. It's included with the price you paid.
That's why I have a 501c hat.
Exactly. So there were plenty of times where, I was standing in an area working on my computer, and somebody would come over and they'd be like, "Hey, can I take one of those?" And I'm like, "I don't know what that is." And they're like, "Okay." And I'm like, "I don't work here. I don't know. Like, I'm not the guy to ask." Okay? I'm sitting there.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
What you need, okay?
Yeah.
Is you need, like, something that makes you absolutely unapproachable when you want to be absolutely like, you need a Lucy out of your mouth or something.
Oh my
or like
I don't
just
think,
something where like leave me the fuck alone.
I mean, like for me to do that, I think I would have just had to have like gone to a different room or like found a corner. Something like that.
Sunglasses, maybe.
So, no,
You know.
I lost my fucking sunglasses.
So you need Lucy, and a pair of shades, and
Yeah.
fucking nobody will talk to you.
Well, so the couple of times it happened, there was again, like in general, like there were times where people were just like, "Can I have this?" And I'm like, I'm like, listen, I don't know what that is. I don't know who
Right.
put it there. They'd be like, "What is this?" And I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. I
It,
don't work
it
here.
it's just there. Can I take one? Sure. I don't know. Like there was at one point where like there was an event going on behind me, just like another like keynote speech, or there was just like a little like conversation people were having on stage. And it was like a brand conversation or something like that. And like they had like brand apparel and brand stuff all over the floor, and not like the floor, but like all over the space. And I'm
Sure.
sitting there and I'm working on my computer, and somebody comes up and they tap on me and they're just like, "Excuse me." And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Am I allowed to take that backpack?" I'm like, over, and I'm just like, "What?" And they're like, "Am I allowed to take that backpack?" I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I don't know. Can you? I'm not the guy to ask.
Were you wearing a branded shirt?
I was wearing my company polo.
And people still came up to you to ask you about a different company's thing.
A different company with different colors and different font.
This is your out. You ready?
Okay.
This is all you gotta do. Somebody asks you like, "Oh, can I take that backpack?" You go, "I work for these guys."
That happened.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I'll have to keep it kind of vague.
Okay.
But this was maybe like 20 minutes before the woman spilled booze all over my stickers.
Oh, okay.
Again, it was like later in the night. There's like this crowd comes through, and like a couple of people come up and they're like, "What are these?" And I'm like, "Well, they're stickers." Like, "Can we take one?" I'm like, "These? Absolutely. Please do."
Yes.
And I was like,
Yes.
and like, and like, "These are tokens?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, you can take a token. And then I was kind of pushing people over to the thing, and kind of like get a little bit more interaction, because again, like it started to slow down, and at like that point in the night, like people weren't really paying attention to their surroundings, but I knew that people love free shit.
Of course.
And I know this based on all the other interactions I had.
Of course.
And there was one interaction in particular that blew my fucking mind. So I'm preparing capsules and preparing prizes for a machine, and I'm at the table, and I'm just kind of like laying stuff out, and like I bend over, grab a couple things from a box, and I put it on the table. I bend over again and grab a few more, and literally from the time I set the stuff on the table, bent over, and came back up, there were 5 people in front of the table.
Oh.
All asking me, "Oh, are these free giveaways?" And I'm like, "Nope. But you can go this, and this, and then you get to go play the claw machine, and you get to win a prize." They're like, "So we can't take these?" And I'm like, "No.
No.
You cannot just take them. Because they're realistically, they're not mine to give away."
Right.
You
right.
know? So there was one moment where, a couple comes in, and they asked the question. They're like, "What are these?" I was like, "Oh, like they're stickers. Like you can take one, feel free. You can take a token, go do the thing." And then the guy grabs stickers, and like he just walks off, and like he goes to play. And then the woman, she's like, "I'm not going to take a sticker because I'm just going to throw it away." And I'm like,
Oh.
"Well, why?" I'm like, "Why?" And I'm kind of like goofing. I'm just like, "Well, why would you do such a thing? Why, like at the very least, like, stick it somewhere else. Like, you don't have to just throw it away." And then she was like, "Well, you were one of the only companies that didn't want to hire me, so I don't really want one." And I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm here with the claw machine."
I'm a sole proprietor.
She's like, oh, then I will take a sticker. I'm like, "Thank you."
Ha!
And dude, like, she went from just being so like, ugh, to
Nasty.
taking a sticker, coming back over, and she's just like, I want you to know that the thing that I won, like, my nephews are gonna love it. And I'm like, that's great. She's like, yeah, it was a really good time. And I'm like, thank you. Sorry about everything else, but I don't know anything about that. But like,
Sorry you didn't get
thank,
hired, but
yeah, I'm
like,
just like, thank you so much.
you know, the universe will unfold as it should be.
Yeah.
You know,
the story. I'm gonna get to Christie's the thing that she mentioned here in a little bit. But again, kind of like overall, the people, there was a lot of nice people, a lot of great people came through. You started to notice like a lot of people coming through multiple times, which was allowed, and it was cool to see just like the interest in something just so simple and how that could be used. And it made me think more about like all of those conversations regarding like AI and the use of it as a tool, essentially to phase out all of these jobs. Because once you no longer have something tangible, everything goes out the window. Like everything goes away. And, people talk about this separation where nobody wants to go out anymore. Nobody wants to, drive all the way to get this thing, to do this thing, and to have this thing, which is the case for a lot of people. And like, I don't dispute that. I mean, shit, there's a lot of times I don't want to fucking drive all the way out to the store to get something that may or may not be there.
Sure.
But I think that despite popular assumptions and contrary to popular belief, especially coming out of the pandemic and COVID, where suddenly like, it was like nobody wants to go out, nobody wants to interact, there's no element of community anymore. I don't see that as reality. I don't see this need for automation and this need for making everything more convenient, albeit some things do need to be convenient, like buying games off of Nintendo's website. But like this made up idea of making lives easier by full automation and no longer having the skill set to do so. Watching everybody continue to gather around a fucking claw machine to win, just the smallest item. Like, people were over the moon about winning a pair of socks. Like
good with a good socks.
Yeah. Like they were good socks. Like they were like really
Hanes,
good. Bombas.
Like fruit of the loom.
Everybody talks about Bombas, and they're just like, they're so good. They're such good socks, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Bombas.
Yeah.
Like La Bamba.
Maybe. I don't know, but like again, it was like the simplest thing, just like socks. And like the amount of people who were just, if I was like refilling stuff, I'd be like, so what you got your eye on? They're like, oh, I don't know, I just want to win. And like the amount of people who were saying that just because like they wanted the real life experience, they wanted to have that thing. And so like that to me was like, this is great because it is something that's bringing people together on a tangible level, on a societal level, on a community level, and people who don't know each other are still rallying around each other. And I think that like this mentality is something that can still outshine rather anything going on with the future of AI and the future of tech. And I think that this is something that more corporations, unfortunately, need to be able to tap back into and not use as a way to make money, but use as a way to encourage a shift in behavior to be more positive, to be more $20 for a pair of Bombas. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But I think that there is something more to just focusing on the digital realm and everything like that. And I mean, like, shit, like I met some more people there. Like I actually met, and like I've met these people before, but like there's a couple of people from like Fangoria that live in Austin, and they came through the first night. And like I spotted them, and I saw them getting, you know, kind of like mosey on over to the claw machine. So like I just went over and I was just like, hey guys, just, you know, fan of the magazine, like here you go, you can have a couple tokens. And like they came over and then like they shot the shit, but they were also like, sort of like, are you going to any other like horror events?
Where else are you going,
I was just like, I was like, fuck. I was like, nah, man. I was like, unfortunately, I'm not. And like, but like that experience right there, like I wasn't trying to fan out. I was just trying to be like, hey guys, you know, have some fun. Like they sat and they talked to me for like 15 minutes afterwards.
Right.
And like we just shot the shit. And it was like, that's a connection.
Yeah, you know, maybe they'll bring you to the next convention. You know,
maybe. You know, I mean, I do give out a couple business cards, but the biggest connection of the week, I think I had.
Okay.
Oh boy. So many years ago, before my before my and Christie's adventure to Austin. You and I had gone down to Charlotte, North Carolina for Heroes Con, right?
For when I was doing my own venture.
Yeah, when you were doing your own venture. Yeah.
Right.
And I told the story about how a very lovely woman,
intoxicated woman,
and intoxicated,
was not impressed with her boyfriend or whoever, who was eating tacos and sleeping at the bar.
She really liked my shirt, and
big fan of Mach.
Big fan of the Mach shirt. I no longer have. R.I.P.
I should have framed it.
You should have, right? She really liked my shirt, and she was willing to offer not money for the shirt.
No.
She was willing to offer me what she referred to as the best in town.
The best in town.
Which at that point, I was like, we need to leave. Because...
That was also, folks, within the span of 10 minutes, we had the Jack and Coke situation.
The Jack and Coke, where you ordered a very common cocktail.
Very common drink.
Called the Jack and Coke, where it is Jack Daniels mixed with Coke, a cola.
Yep. In you know, a whiskey glass. Typically.
You know.
To which I received a shot glass of whiskey and a full fucking fountain drink of Coke. And I was like, apparently you got to mix it yourself.
Apparently, yeah.
And then we didn't like the cook quit or like some shit like that. Like something else happened.
Something else happened there.
And then the best in town happened.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we do need to leave. We need to get the fuck out of here.
And like, I didn't even know like what to do. Because...
No, you were frozen. It was wonderful to watch. Like as a bystander to see everything unfold, I'm just like, this is better than any sitcom I've ever seen.
And like for me, it wasn't even a situation where I was like put off or like necessarily even awkward, but it was I was so confused.
It was confused, and it was also like awe and wonder
at the same time. Because I was like, this, because it really was. It was like, this is happening right now.
Yeah.
What?
This doesn't happen.
This isn't,
you know?
How did we get here?
This is like the guy who came to fix the cable. You know, it's just like, what happens next? He fixes the cable? I don't know. No, right.
So, I forget which night it was, but it was the thing about where we were stationed is at a certain point in the night, it was maybe like 8:30, the place became sort of like a club where there was just bumping music, there were lights, a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Glow sticks?
Not really glow sticks. But I'm going through, you know, I'm doing my job. I'm keeping an eye on things. I'm like refilling prizes and stuff like that. And at one point, you know, kind of had a process where it was like every hour and a half, I would go refill the machine, check the reports on the machines and stuff like that, recalibrate if needed. So I've got a big old bag of capsules, right?
Okay. Yep.
And I'm waiting to get in. I'm waiting for my turn. And, the line's kind of wrapping around, and I kind of get off to the side, and I'm standing there, and then, like, somebody finishes up. I was like, okay, like, as I start approaching the machine, very similar to the night at the Charlotte bar.
Okay.
A very kind woman kind of makes her way through the crowd, and she sees me with the bag full of capsules, and she's just like, "Ooh, you got the bag of balls right there." And she proceeds to reach underneath the bag and just give a little tap, tap, tap. And immediately I'm just like, "Oh my God, it's happening again." No. And she's like, "Oh, I need all."
Sack nap.
She's like, "Oh, I need all the." She's like, "I need all the tips and tricks from you on this. I need to know how to win. You got to teach me how to win. You got to show me how to do this." And I'm just like, I'm gonna get things shuffled up right now. What do you got your eye on? Maybe. And I'm like, just tell me what you need. I'll put it right on top, and we'll get this going. Right. And she's like, "Well, I don't know." She's like, "I just want to win. I don't really have anything in mind. I don't even know what's in here." And I'm like, "Well, there's all this stuff." And she's like, "Okay, you got to tell me the best way to get something." And I'm like, "Well, sometimes you don't go for," and this is a very common tip I give people for playing the claw machine. Okay. And I was like, it's not always about going for the prize you want. Sometimes it's just about going for the thing that's available, because that also helps it sometimes helps move the pile. It helps get things shuffled around, and it kind of gives you the opportunity to, again, just like move stuff out of the way. So I was like, don't necessarily go for the thing that you want. Sometimes it's better just to go for the thing that's available. And at this point, like, I'm crawled into the machine, shuffling stuff around. And she goes, "Okay, just go for the thing that's available. Just like I do with my men. Just always go for the ones that are available." And I'm just like, okay. She's like, "Oh, what?" She's like, "Men can be sluts too. That's okay. I don't mind." She's like, women are sluts, men are sluts. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to tell me which one to go for, though, because I need the one that's available. It's my birthday tonight, so I need you to help me get the one that's going to be most available. And I'm just like, I'm not available. I'm like, okay, well, here's some ones that you can very easily grab. And so I put some good prices on top, and I'm just like, "So here's what you do." She's like, "Okay, you better help me. You better make sure I win." I'm just like,
You know what she wanted so badly?
Mm-hmm.
She wanted a recreation of that scene in Bad Santa, where he's helping the lady play the pinball.
Oh my God, no! And like, I was
wanted that so badly.
I was not about to do the Patrick Swayze ghost, like, helping with the thing and like controlling the joystick for her.
We weren't molding clay together. You weren't going to mold clay.
Was not about to mold clay. So I got everything locked up. I was like, okay, go for this thing. And I very quickly stood off to the side, and she won it. And I was like, high five, boom, and just walked the fuck away. It's like, why does this keep happening?
Well, pretty soon you can say, "My wife."
My wife, It's so South by Southwest, man, and it was only like a small dose of the festival that I got to experience, and it was something.
Some things are good in small doses.
Some things are good in small doses. Yeah. So, and maybe there'll be another opportunity to go to South by Southwest and do this, in a different form or fashion. Like I said, I would love for us to be able to get in there and do a little speaking engagement, a little round table conversation discussion. But
I would start by saying, "I'm an expert in so-and-so," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just I just made that up.
I just made that up.
And you all believed me.
Yep.
Why? Because I have an earpiece microphone.
Yes.
Like a real asshole.
Yeah.
Never trust anybody that has an earpiece microphone. Like when it's taped to their cheek.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
If they're wearing... Oh, also, a lot of suits with, like, basketball shoes. Which, guys, come on. Like...
Well, hold on. Anybody rocking Mellows?
No.
Okay, well, that's where you fucked up.
Yeah.
That's where you fucked up.
The dudes, if you're going to wear a suit, don't wear fucking basketball shoes. I don't care about your Air Force Ones.
Unless you got some matching Mellows.
Well, and that was the other thing, too. It's like these guys were wearing suits with shoes that did not match the suit.
See, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Yeah, it's just like, guys, like you're trying to give off this corporate vibe, but it's like you just selected.
Cool.
It was like you selected all of the pieces individually. None of it matches. None of it goes together.
Everyone's colorblind.
Yeah, everyone's color. Well, lack of style.
Socks.
I think is what it was. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was my South by Southwest experience, and I hope I get to do it again. But also, the fuck, man.
And you know what? That's one thing that AI cannot recreate is an experience. So go out there, have yourself an experience, but first make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel. Go back in the archives and you can listen to the Best in Town story from the beginning, from that Charlotte episode. I don't remember what fucking one that was.
It's an old one. It's like from 2019.
If you type in Heroes Con, you might be able to find it.
Yeah.
And then you'll also find like a weird vlog we did at the time too.
Still pretty good. That still performed pretty well.
Oh no, it did wonderful.
Yeah, it did a great job.
It's weird to look at now. I was like fucking 60 pounds heavier.
I was, yeah. See, I look at myself and I'm just like, who's this guy? I was like,
right?
Yeah, that guy.
See, I'm creeping back up on the scale. I need to fucking rein that shit in.
Yeah.
But anyway,
that's all I got. I got nothing else.
Next week. But for this week, I'm Andrews next.
I'm Kevin Graham.
Are you ready to end the show? I didn't even ask. I was just like,
I got nothing. I'm just gonna end it.
All right. It has been your show.
Peace.